And moving on, the tasty and famous grapes of Bijapur could not benefit the farmers of the district this year. Though they had a good produce, they had to suffer great losses after the damage of grapes. Here's a report.
Bijapur is known as the land of grapes and raisins. With ideal conditions in the form of perfect soil and weather for production of grapes, they are not just famous across the state but also world over. In fact, over thousands of hectares of land in Bijapur are used for the cultivation of grapes. Out of the total production, 80% of the grapes are converted into raisins and the only remaining 20% are sold as the grapefruit. The raisins manufactured are then exported to various places, including Saudi Arabia, which is one of the countries that makes use of this fruit in most of its confectionaries. Farmers reap the fruits of their hard labor and save up a lot in most of the cases. But this time around, the farmers and the raisin manufacturers are a worried lot, thanks to the heavy rains and hailstorms that hit the district in the month of March. Following the torrential rains and the hailstorms, tons of fruit were destroyed, leading to a heavy loss. To add to their woes, the crops were also affected by some disease.
ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ರೋಗ ರುಜಿ ದವಣಿ ಪವಣಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿ ಹಾಳಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ವಿ. ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಮತ್ತೇನು ನಮಗೆ ಕೃಷಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ದ್ರಾಕ್ಷಿ ಒಂದು ಬೆಳಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀರು ಅಟ್ಟೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ, ಅಷ್ಟ್ರ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊತ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು ಈಗ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ ಏನಾಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟದ್ರಿ, ರೋಗನಾಗ ಕಡ್ಯಾಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದ್ಕಿಸಿಂದ ಮುಂದೆ ಇದಟ್ಟು ಆಣಿ ಕಾಲ ಬಿದ್ದು ಮನುಕ ಕಾರ್ಗಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರೇಟು ಸಹಿತ ಹತ್ತಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಿಂಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ತೀರಾ ತೊಂದರೆ ಒಳಗದೆ ನಾವು ಈಗ ರೀ.
The farmers work through the day for rich yield. The amount of money spent to grow grapes on 1 acre of land is approximately 1 lakh rupees. And the money required to manufacture raisins is around 60 to 70,000 rupees. But the farmers are not even being able to pay the premium for the loan they have taken for the cultivation of the fruit. Even after this, the government seems least bothered about the poor farmers. Now the farmers want the intervention of the government and have requested them to compensate their losses immediately. They also want the government to have a fixed market price for the grapes in Bijapur.
ಮತ್ತು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನೂ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸವಲತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಇನ್ನೂವರೆಗೆ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಡಲಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಯಿನೂ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಅವಾಗ ರೋಗ ರುಜುಡಿ ಬಿದ್ದು ಈಗ ಮನುಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಲಾಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಮನುಕ್ನು ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗತೈತಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಬೆಲೆನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇನ್ನೂವರೆಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಇಂತಿಷ್ಟು ಎಕರೆಗೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ರಿ 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡೇವು. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ರೈತರ ಬಾಳೆ ಹಾಳಾಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಬೆಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಪರಿಹಾರಧನ ಕೊಡ್ಲಾಗುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Despite having good reasons for the cultivation and doing business, Bijapur this year faced several problems in the business of grapes and raisins. Though the farmers have demanded an immediate compensation for their losses, will the government blink is what remains to be seen. Ashok Yadharli, News 9, Bijapur.